How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zen over here bringing you guys another 12 Days of Anime special segment videos. And for today's segment, guys, we are going to be talking about Digimon Tri for 2016. We've been actually noticing that we're going to take a small trip back to this nostalgia farm, and that in itself, guys, is Digimon, because of the fact that we've been noticing that there's been more Digimon movies, and these Digimon movies have been becoming very popular here in the US because, you know, of course, thanks to pirating in these official days, Digimon Tri movies are very well scripted. In my honest opinion, I'm loving the fact that they are involving the original Digidestin, that is actually bringing the nostalgia back in the little kid in us that we all just love and adore, and seeing the original Digidestin go through the many struggles of their everyday life and while trying to save the world again. Like I said, it's very hilarious to see how they're actually going about their regular school day lives in the mature actual outset, instead of having them just having as spoiled kids and just going around rampaging and trying to save the world. Like I said, it's a very different outlook as to seeing how the Digimon Tri movies are going, but it's actually going with the more impactful emotions that they want us viewers to be enticed about. But I'm loving the fact that not only because of that, but I'm loving the fact that all the characters themselves are going through their own struggles, and each movies is always showcasing two characters that are having dilemmas, and then they each get a Digivolution. And I honestly have to say that the Digivolution that won for me in this year, guys, out of the original Digidestin, was for a fact was Tentomon's. Tentomon's Digivolution was very brightened for me. Well, in my honest opinion, for me. And that is due to the fact that in Digimon Tri Confession, the third movie installment, you know, as we already see that the Digidestin kids, you know, they're having trouble trying to save Makuamon and the X-antibody virus that's going about. And, you know, all the kids, you know, like I said, they're having also trouble with the Digimon actually rampaging in the human world, and the human world is trying to combat the Digimon, because apparently now in this actual, you could say, storyline right now, Digimon are being well aware of by the actual humans in the human world, which makes it much more interesting, because back then in the original timeline, Digimon weren't necessarily, I would say, involved with humans that as much, only with the original Digidestin. But now, because in the mature outset, they're involving more and more possible story plots to be involved that would make it more interesting, as all of us original fans that have been in the series for a long time would always wonder, what would the government be doing in case they saw a Digimon, or what would the Digidestin be doing if they're combating not necessarily Digimon but the actual humans that are rallying against Digimon themselves. Like I said, it brings us to many possibilities, and like I said, the Digimon Tri movies is actually doing wonderful in that kind of sense. But the thing about it that made me stand out is the fact that, like I said, it's the Digidestin themselves. They're going through a different dilemmas. Like, remember the original time, the Digidestin would always have trouble involving themselves to the next stage for either the champion, the ultimate, and etc. But in this case, it's something else, is that they have the power now to be able to do it without no need of a crest or nothing like that. But instead, they're having their own dilemmas inside internally that they need to actually unlock themselves, because of the fact that they need to find the courage in order to do that. Like I said, Reunion had involved, I believe it was Matt and Tai, and I believe Determination involved it's not Sora, it was Mimi, and what was that character's name? The one with Gomamon. Well, some fan I am. Oh, Joe. There you go. It was Joe. And then Confession, it involved Izzy. Izzy was just intense. It was only Izzy's that was actually very interesting to look at, because of the fact that, you know, Izzy's was never really showcased in a very popular outset, because, you know, he was always being undermined. But in this movie was very spectacular in Confession. Like I said, it's just the way that they're actually making the movies that makes each Digidestin seem like, even though they're still on the sidelines, they would make it seem out of nowhere the Digidestin or the Digimon partner would make them pop out in the spotlight themselves. Like I said, 2016 was very entertaining to see how they're actually going along with that route. Now, the thing about that I enjoyed was the fact that because Izzy had a hard time finding a solution to an answer he did not have the knowledge and answer to, which involved his crest, the power of knowledge. That's the thing that kind of enticed me, was the fact, because he did not know what to do, that's the fact that actually he was able to overcome the darkness that was involving himself within him, that there was nothing he could do even though he had no knowledge to power. And like I said, it was very entertaining to see that actually helped him step up through the darkness and made Tentomon actually go to his mega form. I believe it was Hercules Carbon Kabuterimon, and which, by the way, that particular scene was intense, because then we see Hercules Kabuterimon sacrifice himself to save the whole entire world, while the other Digimon are still infected with the X antibody virus, and there and then the Digimon were destroyed and rebooted with the whole digital world. Which, by the way, it was kind of like, I feel like all the computer puns in that particular scene throughout the whole entire series was just kind of hilarious. Like, oh, we're gonna reboot the digital world. It's like somebody turning the off switch on the whole digital world and just saying, all right, guys, we're starting it back up, loading and 20% buffering. Like, honestly, if somebody had said that through the Digidestin, I would have laughed. Like, honestly, because there's somebody needed to set a computer pun throughout that whole entire time. But like I said, though, 2016 was a perfect time for Digimon franchise to actually make itself impactful in the anime community. And like I said, a lot of people in the anime community are very much enjoying it themselves, that I have yet to see anybody say that the movies are horrible, because we are even getting many YouTubers that are also actually throwing out theories that maybe Genai is itself, there's an evil Genai popping out, and we don't know that for sure, but they're slowly hinting that there really is, because apparently at the end of the movie Confession, apparently it seems that Genai was actually masquerading as Ken Ichijoji, which, by the way, was kind of like a mind blow for many people that have been in the long run series, because Ken Ichijoji was actually the Digimon Emperor and was like a main antagonist during the second season of the Digimon franchise. Like I said, it's just intense to see how the Digimon franchise is going, that they're bringing back original Digidestin, original villains, and they're still bringing on brand new plot lines and stuff while keeping us viewers entertained. Like I said, 2016 was a perfect time for Digimon Tri to come out, and in the anime community, like I said, it was just lots of ups but no downs, guys. Oh no definitely downs for there. But let me know down in the comments section, what was your favorite particular movie part that involved with the Digidestin? And like I said, mine was Tentomon, and I would say Patamons and TKs, but that was very powerful. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was like my second on the list. But I would say Tentomons, because the fact that self-sacrifice was very powerful, that it involved the Digidestin actually having to witness their Digimon not even remembering who they were. It's like I said, it's literally like the series is kind of like rebooting itself without even trying to reboot itself. Like I said, it's honestly doing like a wonderful job at doing that. It's hilarious. It's a great way to do the storyline as well. But like I said, let me know down in the comments below as to what was your favorite part of 2016 for the Digimon Tri movies. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. Oh, but don't forget, if you guys want to join in the 12 Days of Anime, don't forget to check down the description box below and check out other anime YouTubers, as 2016 is the 12 Days of Anime. But as always, guys, have a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen, signing out.